Approach the bench, because tonight's case turns on a line in a personnel form, and I promise you that is not as small as it sounds. There is a field on the Federal Employment Eligibility Form, the I-9, where an employer writes the date a worker's permission to work runs out. A court order changed what goes in that field for one group of people. And when that date passes at midnight tonight, more than 300,000 people who were lawfully working this afternoon will not be. Here is the detail that carries the weight. Work authorization for Haitians under temporary protected status never had a single expiry date. It had 12 of them, running from July of 2017 all the way through February of this year, because that is what a decade of staggered renewals produces. People approved at different times, expiring at different times, in an orderly, rolling queue. Immigration Services instructed employers to set that aside, note the court order on the form, and enter one date instead, July 27, 2026. 12 cohorts, jury, folded onto tonight. So who is standing on the far side of that line? More than 300,000 people. And they are not evenly scattered, jury, which is why some towns feel this as a policy and others as an amputation. Haitians are roughly a quarter of the population of Springfield, Ohio. Across central Ohio, there are about 30,000 working in construction, in manufacturing, in assembly plants, and in healthcare. Those are not abstractions. That is a shift roster. And what does the government offer them? $2,600 and a free flight home. I want to be precise about that figure, because it would be easy to make it sound invented, and it is not. $2,600 is the real self-deportation stipend the department announced back in January, claimed through a government app. It exists. Homeland Security's general counsel described these as the final days to accept it, and a department spokesperson put it more colloquially, "It is closing time. You do not have to go home, but you cannot stay here." Now the destination. And this is where the case stops being about immigration policy and becomes about a specific country on a specific night. Mike DeWine is the Republican governor of Ohio, one of the states most affected by this. His assessment of Haiti is that it is a horribly dangerous place, and that the gangs run most of the country. He has also said that deporting long-term residents does not do the country any good at all. That is not an advocacy group, jury. That is a Republican governor describing the place the flights are going. There is also an arithmetic problem that no amount of urgency solves. Haiti's migration director has said weekly deportation flights would carry roughly 250 former TPS holders. So do the division with me, and this one is mine rather than theirs. 300,000 people at 250 a week is more than 23 years. Look at the chart, jury. Whatever tonight's deadline accomplishes, it does not remove 300,000 people. It converts them from lawful workers into something else, here, for decades. And now the part where this court tells you what it does not know, in the middle of the broadcast rather than the fine print. There are conflicting reports tonight about the litigation itself, whether the Supreme Court's mandate issued today, and whether the appeals court lifted the injunction. This desk has not confirmed either. Sources disagree on the timing, and so we are asserting neither. What is documented and not in dispute is the expiry date printed on the work authorizations. That date is tonight. Everything in this case rests on that, and nothing rests on the parts we cannot verify. Cross-examination. And the defense has real ground. Temporary protected status has the word temporary in its name. It is designed to end when conditions allow, and every administration has the authority to wind it down. This particular date came from a court, not a press office, which matters. And administratively, one expiry date genuinely is cleaner than 12. All granted, jury. But notice what none of that addresses: whether conditions in Haiti have improved. Because the Republican governor of Ohio just told you they have not, and the plan for the people affected is a stipend and a plane ticket into what he calls gang control. The verdict then, and it is narrow because the honest one usually is, 12 expiry dates became one date, and that date is tonight, and more than 300,000 people wake up tomorrow without the permission they had this morning. The director of the Haitian Support Center called it a catch-22, and the arithmetic agrees with him. They cannot lawfully stay, and at 250 a week, it takes 23 years to send them. Temporary was always in the name, jury. 23 years of flights is not what temporary meant. Court stands adjourned. I'm Madeline, and this is Pixel Politics.